Whether it's the incredible loops and turns of Hot Wheels or the extreme weather of Storm Island, it's safe to say that expansions are one of the best parts of the Forza Horizon series. I'm Azure Gaming, and today I'll be ranking all of Forza Horizon's expansions. We start in 2012 with the launch of Forza Horizon on the Xbox 360. Although it was a great game, it had its flaws. Although it was set in Colorado, it lacked a lot of harsh terrain, and Playground Games knew they had to find a solution. And on December 18, 2012, they released the Forza Horizon Rally expansion. It introduced 20 rally stages, along with 5 iconic rally cars with unique rally modifications. This was the humble beginnings of the expansions throughout the Forza Horizon franchise. So now it's time to rank it. Because it was the first ever expansion, it brings back a lot of nostalgia for me and Horizon players alike, so I will put it in A tier. Now we move on to 2014 with the launch of Forza Horizon 2. Horizon 2 included tons of new cars and a bigger map, as well as drag racing, road trips, bucket lists, and car meets. A month passed and players wondered what the developers had in store for their newest masterpiece. And of course, on December 16, 2014, Playground Games delivered. It was called Storm Island. It included a new map, 19 events, 6 new cars, rally upgrades, and a barn find. But most importantly, it introduced extreme weather conditions into the Horizon series. So where should it rank on the tier list? While it was a similar idea to the Horizon 1 expansion, and the map was very similar in looks to the main Horizon 2 map, the new weather system made it a completely different experience. So I'll put it in A tier. After the success of Storm Island, Playground Games knew they had to make another expansion for Horizon 2. On March 27, 2015, the game's second expansion released. It was a collaboration between Forza and the Fast and Furious movie franchise, and was titled Forza Horizon 2 Presents Fast and Furious, and was released not as a DLC, but as a standalone game. The map was a smaller version of the main game's map, but the cars were the real stars of the show. It included various cars from the Furious 7 movie. This included cars like the Dodge Charger, Nissan GT-R, and of course, the white Supra from the end of the movie. These cars were unlocked through the expansion's career mode, which was inspired by the Fast and Furious films. Along with the cars, the expansion brought new features. The most prominent of these was nitrous. Yes, this is the only time in Forza history when your car had nitrous. With all that being said, where does it go on the tier list? Well, because Playground Games decided to try something different for this expansion. Everyone loved it, being able to drive your favorite cars from the movie. Along with the fact that the expansion was initially free, I think it deserves S tier. Near the end of Horizon 2's life, Playground Games decided to release a sort of mini expansion. It was called the Porsche expansion. As you can probably tell, it was all about Porsches. The expansion included 10 Porsche cars because of Porsche's exclusive deal with Electronic Arts at the time. This was the first time we've seen Porsches in a Forza game. The expansion also included Porsche-themed bucket lists, challenges, and achievements. So where will it go on the tier list? Well, because this was a mini expansion, I can't rank it high on the list, so I will give it a C. Now we fast forward to 2016. With the release of Forza Horizon 3, Horizon 3 would be set in Australia, and along with the usual bigger map and bigger car list, it would introduce driver lineups, body kits, and custom blueprints. After the game was released, players knew there was only a matter of time until the first expansion would be released. And on December 13, 2016, Horizon 3's first expansion released. It was called Blizzard Mountain. As the name suggests, the expansion was set on an island covered in snow. It included 9 cars, new event types, snow tires, and of course, new weather types. But where does it go on the tier list? Blizzard Mountain was well received by the Forza community, and was so different to the main game's incredibly dry landscape. Because of this, I think it deserves A tier. Next, we fast forward to May 9, 2017, and Playground Games decided to revisit the idea of a collaboration, and they released the iconic Hot Wheels expansion. As you would expect, the expansion included a map full of the iconic orange tracks, loops, corkscrews, as well as giant jumps, boost pads, and even dinosaurs. It also included 10 new cars, 4 of which were life-size versions of the iconic microscale models. This expansion is still the most popular to this day, and with publicity like this it has to go in S tier. Now we move on to 2018. With the release of Forza Horizon 4, Horizon 4 introduced seasons, Horizon Stories, Forzathon Live, and of course, expansions. The first one came on December 13, 2018. It was named Fortune Island. It included 10 new cars, a new Horizon story, and a new PR stunt called Trailblazers. The career included riddles that when solved would lead you to a treasure chest full of credits. However, the icing on the cake was the new weather type, thunderstorms. So where does it go on the tier list? Well, the expansion received mixed reviews, but overall it was a very similar concept to Horizon 2E's Storm Island expansion all those years ago. Because of this, I will put it in B tier. For Playground Games' next expansion, they decided to do what worked out so well before, a collaboration, and on June 13, 2019, Playground Games surprised everyone when they released a LEGO-themed expansion. So what did it include? It included 5 life-sized LEGO cars that you could drive around Lego Valley. A map built almost entirely out of the iconic plastic bricks. The map included a city, a desert, a forest, and a stunt park. And most importantly, a racetrack. One of the main new features was brick challenges. These challenges would give you bricks to upgrade your Lego house. This feature later turned into the accolade system that we have in Horizon 5. So, where will it go on the tier list? Despite including all of this new content, players felt that the developers were attempting to capitalize on the success of the Hot Wheels expansion. Because of this, the expansion received lots of negative feedback, so I think the LEGO expansion belongs in D tier. Now we fast forward to 2021 and to the release of Playground Games' newest title, Forza Horizon 5. The new game brought the festival to Mexico and added a bunch of new features. This included the Event Lab, Horizon Tour, new car sounds, and much more. Horizon 5 proved its worth by surpassing 15 million players in the first 2 months of release. And with popularity like that, an expansion was a no-brainer. What happened, however, was a big risk, as Playground Games again tried to bring success by releasing the sequel to the famous Hot Wheels expansion. And it had big boots to fill after the heavily criticized LEGO expansion, so it was all or nothing for Playground Games. And on July 19, 2022, the expansion released. It included 10 new cars, as well as a giant map set high above the clouds of Mexico, 3 of which were scaled-up Hot Wheels cars. It also included 80 new Hot Wheels props for Event Lab and included a proper progression system. So where will it go on the tier list? I think Playground Games captured the nostalgia of the original expansion but added enough new content to make it fresh and new. They took a big risk and succeeded, so I'll put it in A tier. Last but not least is the Rally expansion. It included 10 new cars, a new career, rally modifications, and tire size upgrades to own the dirt roads of Sierra Nueva. So where does it go on the tier list? Well, I think it's a great expansion for Rally fans and Forza fans alike who want to experience a more realistic rally experience in Forza Horizon 5. Because of this, I think it belongs in A tier. Here is my complete tier list. Feel free to disagree with me in the comments, and thanks for watching.